Hi, lovely, lovely ladies. Welcome to another Dating Tips Wednesday at DWC TV, which stands for Dating with Confidence. I am your host and dating coach and empowerment coach for women, Raeeka. If you don't know me, nice to meet you. I'm really looking forward to having this talk with you, this chat with you, and help you on your journey to find love. So give me 1 second because I want to make sure that I also share this where other women can also have access to it. Meanwhile, if you're coming on, say hi to me. I always want to hear from you. This is an interactive call. This is not just me getting up on my pedestal and just do this, do that. So I want to make sure that you know that you are absolutely welcome to to go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell me what are your dreams? Why are you in my community? What you want from your love life? How can I support you most? I always read all the comments. Leslie, hello. How are you? So nice to see you here. All right. So I'm just about to share, and then we are off to a good start. So let's see. There it is. And done. All right, let's see who else is online. Yame, hello from Australia. How are you? It's so nice to see you here. Yame is one of our Irresistible Women in the Irresistible Women programs. It's so good to see you here. For the rest of you who are coming on, say hi. I know there are more of you here because I can see the numbers. And also, if you don't know, I am also a professional opera singer. And I absolutely love singing. So I'm the weird dating coach that's going to make like weird sounds when she's giving you dating tips on that person. All right, so let's get started with today's topic, how to know if a man is relationship ready, right? So here, this is really, really, really important. Why? Because so many of you are going out there and wondering if the guy that you are dating is the right man or not, right? And many of you have, come on, let's be honest about it. Many of you fall in the trap of, being with a guy for month after month after month with a guy that's not the right match for you. Hi, Shannon. Oh my God, Shannon. So nice to see you here. It's been a while. Oh, thank you, Yame. Yame says she likes my bright pink. Thank you. I love this color too. It makes me happy, right? And I don't know, I think it goes with my coloring. So thank you so much. It's definitely a color that I strongly recommend when you go on your dates, right? But that's a whole different story. All right, so here's the thing. I see so many beautiful, smart, savvy, educated women going on dates, and you know who you are. You know, you're watching this, you know who you are. And you go out there and you get yourself in relationships with men that are not the right match for you. And then what is even worse is that some of you stay in that relationship for a very long time. If you have experienced this, say, put a 1 in the comment, right? And that way it's a code. So nobody knows what you said 1 to except for you and me and everybody who's watching this, which gotta be other single women like you. So, it's really important that we put a stop in being in a relationship or accepting a guy that is not a match for us. However, on the surface, he looks like the perfect match, like the absolute perfect partner, right? Now, here is the thing. If you don't put a stop to this, what happens is that you either are settling for a relationship that is not the right relationship for you, or you are going into this relationship hoping, wishing, dreaming that this is going to be the right relationship for you, that it's going to work, that it's finally be the guy, and you get your hopes up and you set expectations, kind of like expectations that are so not going to be met, and you're going to find out eventually that he is not the right man for you. And nothing is more disappointing than going into a relationship with high hopes, right? And then being totally, totally feeling, disappointed because the guy is not the right guy for you, right? So not only you have wasted time, but also you have put yourself out, and become vulnerable and was hoping that this is going to be the guy for you. And then 6 months later, a year later, for some of you, 10 years later, 6 years later, 20 years later, you realize that this is not the guy. So this is why it is super important for you to absolutely be in educating yourself when it comes to your love life. Super important. I cannot emphasize this more. Many women don't know that that is one of the reasons that they are not finding love. They think that, well, it's a given. I should know how to go. Okay, Shannon says yes. Awesome. Who else? Or Shannon says one, but who else here is listening and is like, oh, I'm stuck in a relationship that is not right for me. What is it that is, that's really happening for you in this department is important to find out now. Because if you don't, you are going to make the same mistakes over and over and over again, right? And this is why I'm going to say this again. Educating yourself around your love life is super important. And dating now in this day and age has changed. We are not in the 1700s anymore. We're not even in the 18 or 1900s anymore. We're also not at the beginning of the 2000s anymore. Right now, we live in the era of #MeToo. Women empowerment movement is incredibly strong, and it's growing, and it's getting even stronger. Therefore, women are changing roles in the society, and with that comes men changing role in the society. We can't just expect to become, more empowered in this in the world and become CEOs and bosses and managers and work for high-tech companies and have like really amazing amazing positions at work. But then what happens next is what happens next is that we are not finding love because we are still dating based on what is in our mind from what we've seen in the movies and what our parents have done or what our mothers did back in the 1900s, right? Isn't it weird to say back in the 1900s? It makes me feel so old. But anyway, it just dawned on me, back in the 1900s. Okay, so it's interesting, right? So understand, men in the dating world come in 4 categories, according to the Dating with Confidence book of dating, right? Men in the dating world come in 4 categories. Now, let me be very clear what type of men we're talking about. Of course, there are like bajillion types of men out there, right? I'm not talking about the type of men. Hi, Fariba. Hi, Nargis. Say hi as you're coming on. I would love to get to know you ladies more. Men who are, I'm talking about men that are coming across as relationship ready, but in reality, they're not. They come across as the absolute perfect partner, and you are smitten by them and you are attracted to them and you are excited about it and you think, this is it, I hit the jackpot, this is the man, right? And then you go ahead and get into a relationship and you find out down the line that no, he was a player, he was the non-committal man, or he was the needy man, the one that needed a sugar mama, the one who needed a woman to take care of him. And that doesn't feel good. Because I know, hi Ozadin, Fariba, thank you for the heart. So are you guys picking up what I'm putting down? How many of you have experienced going into a relationship or getting on a date and totally feeling like, oh my God, this feels amazing, right? Like he has the education and he has the job and he has the looks and he knows how to present himself. He says the right things, right? He seems responsible because he has a home and he has a lifestyle that is a match. He has the education that's the match. And you go in there, or you find the guy that is totally like, a puppy, like totally loving you, wanting to be there, attentive, right? Is Shannon the only one who's playing with me? What about the rest of you? I want to hear from the rest of you as well. So hi Christina. So here's the thing. It's like, if you don't know the characteristics of these 4 types of men that are in the dating world, and only one of them is relationship ready, chances are you're getting stuck in a relationship with the player, with the non-committal, or with the quality casual, and sorry, non-committal is the quality casual, or with the needy guy who is really looking for a woman to take care of him, right? And then guess what? Each one of them, once they have you, or once you really ask them what you want in your love life, decides that he is not the match. And he either, if he's honest enough, he will tell you verbally after wasting 4 to, I don't know, a year of your time or years of your time, or he will never tell you. Shannon says he says that he's ready to be in a relationship too. Yeah, of course he does. We can say a lot of things. Words are cheap, right? We can say so many things, but it doesn't mean that we actually are doing those things. It doesn't mean that we actually, our words and actions are matching, and same goes with guys, right? And then what does that do? It causes you to have dating burnout. It causes you to repeatedly attract the same type of men, right? Over and over and over, except for each time he looks different. He has a different body, right? He has a different name, but it's the same type of guy, right? The non-relationship quality man. Is he a bad man? Absolutely not, right? There's nothing wrong with not wanting to be in a relationship. What is the problem is that you, the dater, you, the savvy woman, you, the educated woman who has degrees in science and jobs that you're rocking it in, or degrees in whatever that you have. My degree is 3 degrees in music. So whatever degrees we have, we go out there, and then what happens is that you absolutely have no education around your love life, and you've read, maybe at the very most, you bothered to read a blog, or maybe even show up to this group and listen to these videos, hoping that that's going to solve your problem. And I will tell you that it won't, because there is something about mentorship that, and those who are here, like Christine Ann, like Azadeh, like Yame, who are in my Irresistible Woman program, can tell you that there is a huge difference between reading something and doing it yourself and actually having a mentor walk you through it to tell you what your blind spots are, because these dating mistakes are so ingrained in our emotional DNA, generation after generation after generation. So I am a big proponent, a big supporter and big advocate for educating yourself in your love life, right? So that's my message, and that's what I'm going to teach you. Now, I want to educate you today around how do you tell if a man is relationship ready. So let's talk about the three type of, so we said there are 4 types of men. You don't need to take notes this time, because guess what? I will give you access to a PDF that has all of this written down, and you can just go download it and enjoy reading it if you haven't already. Some of you have it, some of you don't have it, okay? So you don't need to worry. You just sit back, relax, or if you want to take notes, that's up to you, no problem. But I just want to let you know that there is going to be a PDF handout that I'm going to share with you how to sign up. Hi, Kelly, another irresistible woman. Thank you. Hi, Bobby. Well, that's fine that you have, special needs. You're a human with a heart, and that's all that matters, right? Okay, so let's talk about the 4 types of men that are in the relationship arena, that come across as your equal, that come across as the relationship ready quality man. Quality meaning quality, the qualities that are needed in your love life, right? For your love life. Okay, so here is the thing. Those 4 types of men are, 1 is the quality, let's start with the player. Number 1 is the player, right? The player type. Number 2 is the needy type, the one that is there because they need something, because you can provide something that would help them kind of move on in life, right? Number 3 is the non-committal type, the quality casual guy, right? And number 4 is the relationship ready man. And that's the man you want to accept in your life. The rest of them, because unless your goal is not to be in a committed relationship, which is not something I teach, right? There is nothing wrong with it. I have totally been around the block myself. I've enjoyed my singlehood. I have enjoyed dating casually and being the player, the needy, the non-committal woman. But I was very clear that that's what I want. If men weren't hearing me, that's not my responsibility, right? I was very clear about where my goals are and where my commitment is. My commitment was at that time to experience and grow. When my commitment switched and turned into becoming a woman who's looking for her life partner, then my communication around my love life changed accordingly. That is why it is not the guy's fault. So you need to stop bashing men, and you need to stop making them responsible, and you need to 100% take responsibility for the way that you're showing up in your love life, so that you can see the signs, you can communicate those signs, and you can get affirmation on whether he is the right guy for you or not. Are you guys picking up what I'm putting down? Put a Y in the comments so I know that this is all making sense. If you have any questions, ask me questions. It's absolutely okay to do that. So if you have any questions, ask me questions. I'm here to help you. All right? All right. So let's talk about the player. What is the characteristics of a player so that it can help you notice that when you are going dating out there to find love with the right man for you. Awesome, Shannon, Christina, and right on. Okay, so the player type is the type of man that is a master at saying the right things. He's a schmoozer, he's bold, he makes bold gestures, right? He loves the adrenaline that comes from that. He is intelligent. He's a high achiever. He is extremely attracted to the chase, right? He loves that kind of back and forth kind of thing, right? He loves that the beginning stages of getting that rush that comes. Again, nothing wrong with this guy. He's just not your type for a relationship, right? He's persistent. He's very smooth. He's fast in his approach. He swaps you off your, what is it? Swipes you or swaps? He swaps you off your feet, right? And he is not afraid to show his intention in terms of being attracted to you, right? Now, all of those are really awesome qualities. A relationship-ready man can also have that, right? Like my partner, Tim, totally was persistent, totally was, had the right things to say and still does. He's an incredible, he just knows what to say to like calm me down or say the things that is just still after 8 years, melts my heart, right? He also gets on my nerves, of course, after 8 years that happens, and I get on his nerves. It's like a two-way street, but he totally knows how to kiss me, how to touch me, how to talk to me, right? And he was incredibly persistent. I mean, persistent, right? That didn't make him a player. Now, this is the difference between a player and a relationship-ready man, a man who truly is looking for a long-term relationship, a man who is looking, or pretty much any human who's looking for a long-term relationship will not be going out, right? Will not be in integrity with his words. He will totally be the chaser, but very soon his fire is gonna what? Just totally go away. And that's why in my program, Irresistible Woman, one of the most important parts of what I teach is to get that clarity around not only what do you want in your love life and really know how to define that and identify those things, but also know what do you want from, how to tell if a man is meeting those qualities that you're after. In my program, you get to be so clear about who you are and what you're bringing to the table, because so often what gets women stuck with the player is, oh my God, he loves me. And right, it's a high because you are so waiting for a man to give you that feedback, that reassurance. Because guess what? Dating with confidence, and the confidence is missing. The courage to say no to the wrong man is missing. And that is what I strongly believe that single women must have. The 3 C's: clarity, courage, and confidence, in order to be able to find the relationship-ready man and stop accepting the men that are not right in their life, right? So the integrity part is what plays a big role in, is this man really a man that is relationship ready, or is this a player, right? Now, again, super important. We are not judging men. We are not bashing men. We love men. We accept men for who they are, but we're also smart, and we're also skilled, and we're also educated. So we know which man would be the right man for us, right? So we're never in a place of desperation or neediness. Hi, Lausanne in June. And we're not going for the man that just makes us feel good, and then we're like totally blindsided, okay? So the way you would know is, well, one of the ways is, are his words and actions matching, right? All right, so let's go to the next person, right? And again, there's so many other signs, but I just want to make it concise for today. If you want more, it's always more available. If you really are serious about educating yourself, you know, we can talk, and you can sign up for the Irresistible Woman program. Let's go to the second person, personality or characteristic, right? The second personality, right, is and by the way, one more thing about the player is that so the women who you know, normally be aware that intelligent, high achieving women are extremely attracted to the player type, because the player type can come across as this high achiever, go-getter, no nonsense, going for what he wants, which is really attractive. Who doesn't want that? Like, I want a man like that, which I got, right? I wanted him to be that way, right? But here's the thing, is that when you fall into this trap mistakenly, and thinking that the player is the relationship ready type, you end up heartbroken with the feeling that there is something wrong with you. How many of you have been in a relationship where you felt you're broken or something is wrong with you? You did something wrong. You were the cause of this breakup. Now, of course, it takes two for a breakup. Absolutely, you got to take responsibility, but not all of it was your part, right? Women who fall for this type of man end up overthinking and overanalyzing. And then you know what happens? You know what's the sad part? Is that many of those women become so hardened because of what has happened to them that they close off, and then they're like, I don't want any more men. I'm good by myself, and all this kind of BS that we feed ourselves that is so against our nature as a human. Because finding love is your birthright. Just like somebody saying, well, I don't really need freedom. I'm good without having freedom. No, freedom is your birthright. As humans, we are born to be free. Right? All right. So the player often can make you feel that you are doing something wrong. Just wanted to make sure we put that in there. Now, the needy type, it's very tricky because he can easily come across as the relationship ready. In fact, I've been with this type of guy many, many times, as I've been with the player as well, right? Yeah, Fatima, I'm glad, like, this is making sense. Okay, good. So deep down, right, when you are with this needy type, it just feels this is too good to be true. Now, again, it is your responsibility to take it is your job to take absolute responsibility to know that you coming to the world of dating as a cynical woman ain't gonna help you. And cynicism is not going to take you anywhere, right? So super important that you understand that just because just because you've had a bad experience doesn't mean, right, that it does not mean that dating is bad or men are bad, or, you know, if you feel like a guy is too good to be true, there you go, Raeeka told me if it feels too good to be true, that means he's not the right guy. No, I'm just telling you that this type of guy can make you feel that way, but the relationship ready is going to make you feel that way too. So how are you going to be able to tell the difference, right? Well, let's talk about more of his characteristics and I'm going to tell you, right? You can be totally enamored by this guy because he is so willing to talk about his feelings. He can even cry. He is affectionate. He is the epidemic, the epitome of that man that just can express his emotions and be there and be present and wants to talk, and totally cool with that, right? But here's the thing. When, after a while, the excitement wears off, you start to feel like the relationship with him is totally a one-way street, right? You're giving, 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 and not getting anything back. And here's the thing, relationships are about giving love and receiving love, not in a transactional manner, not like, oh, you gave me that much, so I'm going to give you this much. Not at all. It's not transactional. It's about context, right? And a lot of times, the only thing that this man is giving you is the idea that you are in a relationship, the idea that you are not alone, the habit of being able to call somebody or have somebody to say hi to at the end of the night. But is he really there for you? Right? All right. So that's really, really important, because what you're going to notice with the needy guy is that he just doesn't have the bandwidth to attend to your needs. You know, he just doesn't have, maybe he hasn't set up the important parts of his life. Maybe his finances are not in place, or maybe, you know, he's a single dad and he hasn't figured out the custody, so he can't focus on you, and that's like his main thing, and going to court is his main thing, right? Like, you are not a priority, but he needs you for your support. He needs you for sometimes shelter or money, or finding him a job, or connecting him to the right people. Like, for example, my ex, I call him my Santa Claus, because he really is the reason I became a dating coach, and I'm so grateful for him. But he cheated on me, right? And he basically, one of the things that he did was he moved in with me, and through us living together, he basically didn't have to work, because I worked and I supported most of the time, not 100%, but most of the time I supported. And guess what? He had a free place to live and pay for rent, and, you know, he didn't have to do that. And then what happened is he was also an opera singer, so he got himself an agent. And once he was settled and he had the agent and he started getting gigs, guess what? He cheated on me with a woman that he met at a gig, right? Now, I was absolutely responsible for showing up in that way with him, for taking, you know, for being that giving and not taking back, you know, not receiving, not needing to receive, right? That was my responsibility. So it is so important that you are aware of this quality, and always check in with yourself. How do I feel satisfied? And there's again, that's something that you need to really educate yourself, because I see some women are super demanding, and guess what? You're setting yourself up for absolute failure in your love life. And some women are so, like, they're afraid to receive anything, because so often us women have learned that we as women are givers, right? And some women, the ones that are so protective and they're not, they're so picky in that area, is because they've been burnt out so many times. So what is so important, and this is, again, Nazanin, Christina, and Yame, and those who are in my program know that, or Kelly, that you must have your 5 non-negotiables. You must have your 5 non-negotiables, and there's a system to find it. It's not just like writing education, looks, No, there's a very fine-tuned way to get there. And every woman that's in my Irresistible Woman program, and I have over 50 women in there, I go through every single one of their non-negotiables, and I talk to them and I approve it, because it is the compass, literally the compass that you're going to hold in your hand and navigate dating with it. And without it, it's very easy to fall into the needy type, trap, or the player trap, or the, non-committal quality casual guy, right? So I don't want you to be the next stepping stone for a man. Okay, let's talk about the third type of man. The third type of man is the non-committal type. Now, this man is the master at giving you just enough to string you along, with no intention to fully commit. Now, the way I'm going to really be clarifying that, because here's the thing. He is not intentionally doing that. He's not saying out there, I'm going to give enough to keep this woman and I am not going to fully commit. He might be, I mean, if he does that, that's like a boatload of energy he has to spend, on playing those kind of games. But, hi Maria, but here's the thing. Hi Tracy, oh my God, I love all these irresistible women here as well. So here's the thing, you need to know that you are the one being strong along, and you need to know how not to do that. Hi Felicia, that is so important. So bashing men and making them wrong and saying he strung me along, it is so disempowering. Women, stop it. You are way too powerful and way too educated to say stuff like that. You're way above that, right? An educated woman, a learned woman, a woman of value will be honest about the way she's showing up in her love life. And then she would know that, okay, I did not know I didn't realize the flags. And if I did deep down, I was so afraid that this is not going to be the guy that I didn't say anything about it or do anything about it. Right? I mean, let's be honest with ourselves. Let's be honest. Here's the thing. I'm curious how many of you agree that you've done that before? How many of you are going to accept? You could just put 1 in the comment. Again, we're doing like Morse code. So it's just like 1 in the comment. How many of you have seen the signs, have felt the flags in your stomach, in like the core of your core, when you're sleeping at night, you know something is not going right, but you didn't do anything about it. And you just let it be, right? We got to put a stop to that cycle, because how many more years do you want to do that? And where has that brought you? What has that done for you? Nothing. Kept you single and here on this call, right? Okay, so this man, the non-committal man, has the degree, has the looks, right? He has the job, he has the house. He is just like the man that you want to go home, take home with you to show him to your parents and be like so proud that, hey, look at my partner. Look at who I found. I scored. How many of you have experienced that? Put 1 in the comment. Right? I love it. You put the balloon for a Fatty Boy. I love it. By the way, if you hear me say Fatty Boy June or Nazanin June, it's because in Persian, we use the word June. I'm Persian. I'm Iranian, Persian, whatever. And June is a term of endearment. And we have another Persian lady, Layla. So welcome. I'm so happy to see you, ladies. So at any rate, so if you hear me say June, that's what it means. Joon is how I write it. I mean, it's just an alliteration. But anyway, back to this process of the non-committal type, right? He's a good guy. He's a gentleman. He totally is a great man. He's in integrity with his job. He is honest. Yeah, right? Fariba, totally. She says my flags. I totally get it. I was there many times. Why do you think I know this so much? Because I've experienced this so many times, 11 times to be exact. I had 11 boyfriends, all 11 of them, including my fiance, cheated on me. And the last one, my fiance left with a text message. So it was just like the frosting over the cake, right? And it wasn't until I realized, okay, I'm the common denominator. I'm accepting these people. So you have chemistry with this man. And he just seems like heaven opened up and he fell down. But you know what? His plans and your plans don't match. His timing and your timing don't match. You find yourself waiting a lot for him. You find yourself kind of like giving up a lot for him, settling, justifying him, right? Because he's just enjoying the moment and you are thinking of a relationship, and that's where you're not on the same path. Now, somebody said on this call, I think it was Shannon, who said, they tell you that they're relationship ready. I know they do. I know they do. And here's the thing. Again, if he says that and he's not, and maybe he says that because he believes he is, but he's not, right? I don't know what's going on for him. You know, I don't have answers for why the man does this, but I do have answers for how you can stop that. Right? I do have answers into empowering you so that when you go out there dating, you have clarity, courage, and confidence. Not the fake confidence, not the, oh, I'm so good, I'm so going to protect myself, he better be good for me. Like, not that kind of shit. No, like real confidence. Like you go out there and you are not afraid to be vulnerable because you are so confident that you know exactly what you're saying and you know that nobody can hurt you. There's no rejection. There's no rejection possible out there. Nobody can possibly ghost you, right? And you're so sure that you are amazing in a very humble way. That is the confidence that I'm talking about, that every single one of you needs to have. And before you have it, love is not going to be possible. Because you're going to slip. I guarantee you, because none of us have the power to fake our ways through our beliefs, right? And the more the education of the woman, unfortunately, the more that fake confidence. Hey, I'm a doctor, I'm a lawyer, I work for Facebook, I'm an accountant, I'm a nurse, I'm a teacher, whatever. Right? I have my own business, like I can make money and I can support my family and I was a single mom and I know how to all your achievements, but none of that has to do anything with your ability to find love because you never studied this. So what you're doing is you're bringing all of that into your love life thinking that's going to work. And guess what? Has it? Are you in a relationship right now? Is it working? That's the responsibility I'm talking about. That's what happened for me. When I went through my 11 men, bless their heart, bless all of them, I learned that it is on me. It is absolutely on me to take responsibility, to know which man I'm accepting and which man I'm not. With absolute kindness, compassion, and integrity. Right? Okay. So let's talk about the relationship ready man. Who is he? The relationship ready man is consistent in spending time with you, right? Not just the first month or the third month, all the way through what? The 6th month, the year, right? 1 second. Wow. He always, hi Teresa, hello lovely lady. He always follows up after your dates. He makes sure that you keep in touch. I'm so sorry, I gotta go on, I gotta cough. I don't know what's going on. That's, oh my God, 1 second. Oh my goodness, that was interesting. Okay. I'm going to go get some water. Give me a second. Sorry. Wow. That was so... There we go. This is a fluke. Just, why don't you give me some hearts and likes so I can come back and like feel good about this. I'll be right back. I think I just talked so much. I'm so sorry. Thank you, Fatty Boy. I brought it. I am so sorry if I just totally coughed in here. But It happens, right? Life happens. So there are no mistakes, there are only experiences. This is what I teach as one of the philosophies of dating with confidence. All right. Thank you for all the hearts and likes. I'm so grateful to you. Thank you so much, lovely ladies. All right. Let's get back to the relationship ready man. Okay. The relationship ready man is consistent in spending time with you. He follows up. Over time, he shares more and more about himself. He doesn't share and then withhold. In fact, you find that your relationship, this kind of getting to know each other, is getting deeper, more vulnerabilities coming up, right? And you're getting to know him more. He's sharing his thoughts, his feelings, his goals, his future plans. He wants you to meet his friends and family. And likewise, he loves to spend time with you and getting to know your people, right? He's curious about you. He doesn't, he doesn't say, oh, you have to spend time with your friends. No, he is interested in getting to know that. Now, I'm not saying that he's going to come to all of your friend events, like, for example, I have a group of friends. Being an opera singer, I have my singer friends, and I will be honest, we can be very obnoxious because we're loud and we're like, what? We're singers, and like, we all have very high self-confidence because we're just so used to being out in front of people and, being, just being ourselves and showing up and put on a performance, being funny. And it could be sometimes difficult for Tim because he didn't come from that background, and that's perfectly fine. Just like I want him to accept me the way I am. He wants me to accept him. So acceptance is a big part of the trait of a relationship ready man, a man who is into you, right? And most importantly, the equal man to you, the relationship ready man to you, the man that equals your irresistible energy inside you, that authentic person that is only you, that unique self that you are. When he talks to you, he communicates compassionately. He doesn't attack you. When you disagree, he can carry a conversation without leaving the room. When you get into a fight, he knows how to take time. You know how to take time, hopefully, and get back and remedy the situation. Basically, every time there is a disconnect, every time there is a falling out, like a fight or disagreement or whatever it is, right? Argument, it becomes an opportunity for a deeper connection with him. With all those other three guys, every time there's a disagreement, the gap becomes bigger and bigger over time. That is why you need to learn how to date. Did I say this? Did I already say this to you? Are you guys clear about that? Was I clear that you need to educate yourself about dating? Because here's the thing. The way you're going about dating, as if you're going about your career, it ain't going to work for you. If it did, you would have created success by now. Our world has changed. Social media, online dating, women empowerment movement, all of that is a reason that you must educate yourself now in dating, because our time has changed. And if you go on and bring your way of approaching your love life the same way that you approach your career and make it a to-do list, like many of you do, what's going to happen is you are going to either get stuck in the wrong relationship for a very long time for the fear of being alone, or you're going to get the dating burnouts, right? And you're going to get to a point where you're like, you know what? I would just rather be alone because there are no good guys out there. Really? Really? Then if there are no good guys out there, how come my clients are finding them? How come like Tracy knows and Yame knows and who else is here? Christine Ann knows. Like, ladies, Kelly, how many of you have experience in the group you've seen that the ladies who have gotten to the point that they're dating, it's raining men for them? and the man faucet is open, and it's like, I had a client who literally, when she first started dating with me, after she went through the program, she started dating and doing online dating, and she was so nervous because this girl, this beautiful woman, not girl, but this beautiful lady, for many, many, many years had been stuck with the thought of her ex. And after that, she had no relationship for like years. Nobody had ever asked her out on an online dating profile, ever. And she was so scared. Raeeka, they're not going to ask me out. It's not going to happen. And I said, I'm not going to name names, but I said, let's call her Lizzie. Lizzie, just do it. Just do what I'm telling you and go work on the tools I've given you so you don't say words like this. Okay. Fast forward on Monday night when we had our group coaching call, you know what she's talking about? There's so many men. I don't know how to handle all of this. Do I have to answer to all of them? No, you don't have to. You can do whatever you want. And I teach them what to do. That is what is possible for you. So please learn what it is that you need to do to find the right man. Now, I'm very curious what your takeaway is from this, but I also want to give you some really good news. Here is the link. Let me just make sure I have the link. This is the link to the free PDF that I told you. What you have to do is you go to this page that I want to share with you, and you're going to have to sign up, put your name and your email in there, and you're going to immediately get an email that's going to give you access to the training that talks to you about the 4 types of men. It's called the Broken Picker Solution, right? And you're going to, all of what I taught you today is going to be there. Now, I also have news for you. So we are only leaving our doors open to the Irresistible Woman program for the next, so between now, it's going to be like between now and like 15 days from now. So for the next 10 to 15 days, the door is open. I can't remember exactly what the date is, and I don't have my calendar, and I don't want to go into my calendar right now because it's going to be, but just imagine there's only 10 days left. You're very welcome, Fatty, but tell me, what is your takeaway? So we have the doors open at the current price, which is a joke, right? It is a year-round program with 5 coaching calls a month, 3 of which are with me, with guest experts coming in. Like this month, we have somebody coming and talking, teaching my ladies about how to strengthen their intuition in dating so that they can trust their decisions in dating and relationship. The next month, we have a woman, one of my really dear friends coming on. She's an author. You're welcome, Christine. She says, I love your advice. It helps me so much. I love you. Thank you for being an irresistible woman. Let me be on your journey. She is going to come and talk to the irresistible women in my program about how to interact and connect and make the best first impression that you can with men in real life, in like real life, not online. You can use it online, but like this is like real talk, right? And so every month we are planning on bringing in guests, even though it's not really part of the program, but I'm doing it on my dime. And you will get access to the course, which is over 20 lessons that is going to teach you the A to Z of dating, anything from how to create that courage, confidence, and clarity, right? You're going to go through 3 steps, which is the discover part. Discover what do you want in love, who you are, who is the irresistible woman in you, like really going deep. Then we're going to go into the design part. In the design part, you get rid of anything that's not working for you. You're going to learn about forgiveness and self-compassion and any of the dating blocks that is just sneaking its way in there and blocking you and getting in your way to not find your loved one, your man, your equal. And then you're going to learn about vulnerability, how to be confident while being vulnerable, how to stop the cycle of getting stuck in dating and all the thoughts that are going to just that avalanche thinking that comes, and it goes into you get into this rut. You're going to have the tools for all of it. And then you're going to go into the dating dynamically part, where you're going to learn anything you need to know from dating in terms of communication skills, setting boundaries, writing your profile photos. We have an expert in that there are 3 trainings on that in the course portal. Your profile text, how to read profiles, which men to actually contact online, which not. I will walk you through everything. I'm very hands-on. It is not another program which is like do it yourself, good luck to you, and adios amigo. It's nothing like that. So if you are interested in coming in for the very last time at the current price that we're offering it right now, it is $997 for the whole year. This is going to be 3 to 4 times more expensive, and it's going to change in the next 10 to 15 days. Okay. So we are only accepting a few people because honestly, I'm losing money by taking people, but I want to make sure that if anybody's just dying to get in and they want to get in before the price goes up, this is $997 for the whole year, for a whole year of absolutely having a hands-on mentorship with me, not just good luck to you, but you're in touch with me. We have an incredibly strong Facebook community, a private group that's for the paid clients, and it is active. Like people who are in my Irresistible Woman group know that we have texts that they have with the guy, and they put screenshots. Raeeka, how do I respond to this? Hey, Raeeka, I'm looking at this profile. What do you think about this profile? Raeeka, can you check my profile? Raeeka, can you check my online photos? I had a situation at work. Can you help me with that? And between me and my associate coach, Coach Lisa, you are going to get help 5 days a week. Every day. So you are you're going to get so much of us that you are going to absolutely walk through this process with ease. Okay. You can do that for $997 or 12 payments of $97. I mean, it's a no-brainer. Like that is 2 meals of going out per month. Like set your priorities straight. And if you really want to find love, this is the time to do it. Do not wait. If you want to do it, you can just DM me or send me an email to Raeeka at datingwithconfidencecoaching.com. That is Raeeka at datingwithconfidencecoaching.com, and or just DM me on Facebook and just send me a message and say, hey, I'm interested in your program and I would love to talk to you about it and sign up. And then we can have like a quick, 15-20 minute chat. I'll explain to you what's going on. I'll answer any questions you have and enroll you. Do not wait if you want to do this, please, because once the price goes up, it will absolutely never be at this price. And that would be a shame if you miss out because you're like, should I do it? Should I not? Right? So tell me, and I will send you the sales page. You can look at it. And the sign-up page, you can read about it, see what's in there, and so on and so forth. Okay, that's it. I will see you next week, same time, same place. I look forward to hearing from those of you who want to join and take advantage of this very, very last time that we're offering this program at the lowest price possible, which is $997 for the whole year. You can pay in full, or you can pay 12 payments of $97. That is a no-brainer. That is less than grocery shopping in many cities now. Okay, I look forward to seeing you there, and I look forward to serving those of you who are going to be joining Irresistible Woman. Tell me what your takeaway from this call is, and I look forward to the next DWC TV episode next Wednesday, same time, same place. Mwah! Bye-bye.